Where'd you put the tape?
On the bed. Welcome back to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. It's Monday night, about 9:40 p.m. Just getting out here. It's getting harder and harder to get out here with all the things I got to do, but I'm making myself do it because racing season's going to be here before you know it, and we'll be sitting without a race car. I got way too many things on the plate to be thrown in the towel this early at night, so let's see what we can do. So it's Monday night here on Glenn's Hot Rod Garage, and we're trying to get the mock-up engine ready to set down in baby steps, Trashy 2.0. So what I've learned so far is make sure your heads are bolted down so you can use bolt holes in the heads to pick up the engine. Also, on the bottom of the motor plate, two of the bolt holes are offset from each other, and the other two are straight up and down from each other. The ones that are straight up and down from each other are on the passenger side. Therefore, I have the engine plate on backwards. Also, my motor plate is 36 inches wide. And when you measure between the frame rails, it is roughly 30 inches wide. So therefore, that means the motor plate needs to be trimmed before we can even attempt to set it in the car. So we're back. As I said in my previous video yesterday, the motor plate, I had it on the engine backwards. So what I'm going to do is make a template of the motor plate and then fit it in the chassis before I put the engine in there, because it is at least 2 inches wide at the top. The motor plate's 2 inches too wide at the top, and 4 inches on each side need to come off. So really, there's no sense in putting a motor plate on and then trying to put the motor in the car, because then it's not going to fit. So basically, what I'm going to do is trace this out and kind of eyeball it where it fits in the car, then rough cut the motor plate to that dimension, and then bolt it on the engine, and then put it in the car. So I'm going to do that, and we'll get back with you. So there you have it. An exact duplicate of the motor plate. And actually, call it CAD. Cardboard Aided Design. And ironically, this cardboard is from the box that the part came in. So keep that in mind when you order stuff, and you may have to have CAD design incorporated into your build. You can always use the package that it came in for a template. So I'm going to take this over to the car now and try to get it to fit decently in the frame rails, kind of where I think it'll go. So if you measure the plate, it's 36 inches. If you measure the car, it's 29 and an eighth. So what I'm going to do is mark a center line on this at 18 inches. If you subtract 29 from 36, that leaves you 7 inches, which is 3.5 inches on each side. So I'm going to mark each side at 3.5 inches. That's not going to work though. We'll see. So I'll measure between these marks. And what do you know? I get 29 right on the nose. All right, so this next part is just going to be guessing. And I'm thinking that the motor plate will be down from the surface of the we're gonna mark this at 3 inches here. And 3 inches here. So we'll take our square here. Draw a line. Same thing on this side. Draw a line. All right. Now I'm going to measure between the roll bar tubes at about where this is going to land. And I come up with 33 inches. So the total width is 36. So I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to split that so that 3 inches narrower. It's 1.5 inches off at each side. So then I'm going to take my square and connect the dots. So then I'm going to trim this off. We may bring this down like this or something later, but I'm trying to cut this and take the minimum off and see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to cut this straight up to there. And straight up to there. Probably be easier to do this with the razor blade and a straight edge, but we don't have a working table, so we're just gonna do it like this for now. It's kind of flimsy. If you cut this too short, you can always add back onto it or just make another one. When you're a hot rodder, you got plenty of cardboard materials hanging out. So this is what our initial piece is going to look like. So let me reposition you guys, and we'll head back over to the car and see what this looks like. We really need to find out where this needs to be at this time, but I'm kind of liking what I see here. That's going to have to be notched out for the gearbox. So we can weld some tabs onto these pipes here and put a plate over there to bolt this to. Can we move this back to here? I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a measurement of the engine and see how long the engine block is from the mounting surface to the front. And we'll go from there and measure off the firewall. It's exactly 2 feet long. Let's just say the back of the engine is right here. 2 feet is approximately right here. So that gets us into our top of our gearbox. I'm gonna have to verify this on the other car before I go much further. But how would that be if we just welded some tabs off of here, then made a plate that goes right here and welds to the frame, and I'd say we just notch around the gearbox, maybe. I hate to have to take the gearbox off to get the motor plate off. This doesn't really look that bad here. It seems like this bar is kicked in more than this side, so it's not symmetrical. The other car's in the trailer, so we're not going to be able to take a look at that tonight. I have to take a look at it when I get home from work, unless I find a light and go out there and take care of it that way. But anyways, that's going to do it from now, and I'll keep you posted.